Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, teaching rule well. Peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, start 144,000. I'm the brother Awar Gabar from the Great Millstone, San Francisco Bay Area camp. So I'm going to a lesson, all right, with the title being, as you may have just heard, the firecrackers in the background. All right, it's just like the day before the 4th of July. I'm out just getting some fresh air. And so I want to title it, the true fireworks show. All right, the real fireworks. Okay, it's gonna be the day of the Lord. All right, what's the day of the Lord? It's nigh. Okay, let's get the book Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord. All right, just be still and wait. As a matter of fact, let me get that in the book of Isaiah. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 46. No, book of Psalms. I'm sorry. I'm getting Psalms and Isaiah. It's the book of Psalms, 46. And 10, it reads, be still and know that I am the Most High. All right, that's all we got to do is just be still, be patient. Okay, right now our job, our lot is to, hit the highways and hedges, push this word, okay, do our epistles, send out our epistles for to comfort the sheep, edify the elect, okay, but other than that, man, just be still. Live our day-to-day life, all right, do what we got to do to, obtain our daily bread, live a plain life. And this Lord's telling us to be still because so much is about to happen, and it's going to be wild out here. It says, be still and know that I am the Most High, Yahweh Shai. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. See, the day of the Lord is to exalt the earth. The true fireworks show is going to exalt Yahweh. It's to exalt Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, when he rains missiles on Babylon the Great. All right. Here in the neighborhood they got fireworks going up. Well, missiles going to rain down. I'm going to get Isaiah the 34th chapter. Missiles are going to rain down and pelt Babylon the Great. Okay? That's going to be the true fireworks show. All right? And the nations will see it from afar off. All right? Verse 11, the Lord of hosts is with us. Yeah, Yahweh Shai is with us. That's why we could just be still. All right? Let our power work. All right? Let our brothers, all right, our celestial brothers work. All right? Because I can tell you in Psalm 119, 126, all right, it is time for thee to work, O Lord Yahweh Bahashem Shai, because they have made void thy law. All right, says the Lord of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. Salah. See, so we have a refuge. Okay, we have a shelter. Hey, well, it tells you in Proverbs 18:10. It says, the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Shai, is a strong tower. All right, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. So that's our refuge. Okay, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Now I know I said be still, but it's all spiritual. Okay, when we call upon that name, that's our refuge. That's our strong tower. This truth is our shield and buckler. Okay, now let's go back to Zephaniah 3:8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Shai. We have no choice but to wait. What can we do but prophesy, which is, making things happen. Okay, because like it tells you, and I'll come back to this in Amos 3:7 in the NLT. It says, let me read in the KJV first. It says, surely the Lord power, Yahweh Bahashem Shai, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. All right, and NLT reads, indeed, the sovereign Lord never does anything until he reveals his plans to his servants, the prophets. All right, so all we got to do is prophesy. The lion roareth, who can but prophesy? All right, as the verse says in verse 8 in the KJV, the lion have roared, who will not fear? The Lord has power have spoken, who can but prophesy? And the Lord speaks through us. All right, and you're supposed to tremble at this word. Okay, but hey, when Yahweh Shai returns, we just had camp today, me and one of the brothers was speaking on the side, and it was going to secondaries, the 5th chapter, how the Lord has a favorite animal of all, with being a sheep. All right, and Yahweh Shai, he came as a sheep, but we're speaking about, he's going to come as a lion. Okay, so you don't tremble at this word, but guess what? Men's heart fell enough for fear and looking after those things that are coming up on the earth in the day of the real fireworks. Okay, scripture speak about it in 2 Ezra 13th chapter, how he's going to return to the astonishment of men. Okay, let's go back to Zephaniah 3. Zephaniah 3. 8, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. Yeah, the Lord's going to gather the nations. And so he could be exalted, among the heathen. The Lord gathering all the nations, man. All right, to the valley of Yehoshaphat, the valley of decision. Okay, multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision. It's going to go down. What they call the Middle East. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations. And whatever the Heavenly Father determines to do, whatever his counsel is, all right, it will happen. Okay, going back to the 2 Ezra 6th chapter, man, going back to the very beginning. All right, before anything was even created, before the foundation of the earth was laid, before everything. All right, he thought of it, put the plan into motion, and everything is going according to his will. All right, it says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour out my indignation, even all my fierce anger. How's the Lord going to pour out his fierce anger? Via the ICBMs. Okay? For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. All right? Why? Because the Lord is furious about, how his people have been done. It's not just the wickedness that's going on in the earth, but it's just he's furious about the blasphemy, all right? The anti-Hamashiach spirit in the earth. Okay, all the heathen, the 2/3, But hey, it's like the scripture say, the Lord is slow to anger, all right, and great in wrath. And see, when the Lord fully pours out the wrath, see, he's judging this place incrementally, gradually judging this place, gradually sending the plagues out. When the Lord really pours out the wrath, all right, the prophets won't be out, there will be no answers, all right, and just it's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, so tomorrow, so-called July 4th, we're going to have everybody out, looking at fireworks on the Bay Bridge, fireworks here, fireworks there. It's going up. They're going to be going up all night. All right, they're going to be going up for days. Well, hey, the smoke of Babylon the Great is going to go up. All right, it's going to go up for Lord knows how long. Okay, verse 9, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, and that pure language is the Lashon Kodash. So when you call upon the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you must call upon him in his true name through the true tongue. Okay, and you can make it, the elect you can have guys waking up and and believers waking up, because that people should be willing and dead eye power. You got people waking up, all right, in the last moments of it, all right, to get the name and to know to resist, all right, taking the RFID microchip, resist the MOTB, all right, and not just resisting like so-called truthers do, because you got a lot of people who know that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, but they're resisting, all right, through their trust, all right, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They're resisting through the shield of faith, okay? They're resisting through calling upon the name. So you can just have the name and know not to take the RFID microchip, okay? And you could be delivered if you're part of the elect. It says, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent, all right, with one mind, with one consent. All right, that's why us here at Great Millstone, we all speak the same thing. All right, we all speak the same thing, man. We all speak according to the oracles of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So when this cometh to pass, let's get that in Ezekiel 33. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. It's guaranteed. When this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. All right, then shall you know that a prophet have been among you. Okay, because all these other camps, these pseudo-Israelite camps, they're found out to be liars, man. All right, charlatans, wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay, while us here at Great Millstone, using the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. All right, no theatrics. Okay, no cult of personalities. Just going into the prophecies, just bringing out the word. And what we seeing now, is prophecy playing out on the earth. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 and 1. It reads, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. All right, so we got a message for all the nations. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. See, that's why he gathering the armies in the valley of decision. All right. It says, in his fury upon all armies, he hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Okay, the Lord's going to deliver them to the slaughter. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. It says, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is upon all nations, upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. The slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come out of their carcasses. And their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall, and all their hosts shall fall down. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, as the fallen fig from the fig tree. Verse 5. All right, here's the fireworks. The sword of the, verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. All right, like I said, they're sending their fireworks up. Hey, but guess what? Missiles are going to come down. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. All right, tomorrow is America's 250th year of independence. Idumea's 250, the modern day Idumea 250 year of independence. All right, which in according to history, all right, facts, kingdoms don't go for much longer. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats. It's speaking about you people here in America. With the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. A great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right, the day of the true fireworks. All right. So just a quick lesson, man. You know, I was hearing fireworks popping off as I was getting a little fresh air. You know, I'm going to close it out, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, Bashem HaRachakodash. Shalom to the Lord's elect.